Liam, first time that we've managed two consecutive back-to-back wins in the Betfred Championship this year after this win against York. Do you feel that game was kind of a textbook performance in terms of what you've been saying for the last few weeks in terms of the effort and the character that we've shown?
Yeah, I think everybody who's been to the last two games has seen a shift in focus, a shift in togetherness and resilience and yeah, obviously you've got to show those qualities every week to give yourself a chance of a result in this competition, and we've done that for the last few weeks, probably going back to the Widnes game as well, and unfortunately we didn't get anything out of that, but yeah, pleased to get 2 wins in a row, but obviously we need to do a lot more than that as well.
So the reaction from the Widnes game where the players got themselves into the huddle after the game, did the same at Batley last week as well. Do you think that the players are starting to realise how important these run of games are in terms of getting us away from trouble? Yeah,
absolutely. They're under no illusions. They know what was at stake 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago after the Widnes game, and as much as we've won 2 games, it hasn't changed loads in that time. But at the same time, we're still not a million miles off from looking up either. So they know what the crack is. But I think more importantly, in the last three or 4 weeks, some of the senior players have really stepped up, and obviously some personnel has moved on, but some of the senior boys that have had some youth around them have really stepped up in their leadership type roles, and the young lads have brought the energy and enthusiasm and the desire to do what they're asked to do and what they're told to do by either us as coaches or the senior players. And I think that's been a nice balance. I think Adam Tangata, Ben Kavanagh, James Saltonstall, Woody, Louis and Keezy have really, and Crooksy as well coming back in, those senior players and the spine around the sort of spine of senior players who've had young players to direct a little bit around them has really brought them and their leadership skills out, and it's also that aided and abetted by the young lads showing the desire to compete and do what they're asked.
Is it kind of, the way you're talking there, is it one of those things where it's kind of good to go through adversity to really appreciate the good times of the consecutive wins that we're going through now?
Yeah, it's been tough. Nobody's trying to shy away from that. It hasn't been good enough at times from everybody, and I'm not discounting myself from that criticism at all. Absolutely not. At the minute we've got a couple of good performances and wins back to back, but let's be honest, you can be brought back down to earth with a bump in this competition, and we need to be aware of that. We need to keep sort of growing that part of us where the senior players are leading and the young players are bringing energy, and we need to keep backing it up, because we're running out of time in the competition. We can't really afford another slump, so we have to keep backing up our performances week after week.
On today's game, we came from behind once, and then when they were drawing as well, we scored some really good tries. How pleasing is it to see that what you are working hard on in training and coming to fruition in games like today?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously scoring the nice tries and having some little bits of game plan things come off on the opposition is nice to see, but ultimately they come off the back of the work ethic and desire to get ourselves on the front foot and in the energy battle, and I think even more so that were highlighted today, because we didn't start the game doing anything particularly wrong, but we did end up on the back end of defending for nine sets in a row to start the game and not touching the ball, and we were obviously 8-0 down on the scoreboard, but I challenge any team in rugby league to defend 9 or 10 sets back to back and see if they can hold them out. What the pleasing thing was the fact of how we came out of that period, and once we got the ball, how we managed to roll York down the field, who were relatively fresh from having a lot of possession, and we had to find a way to get our energy back up, and we did that by working hard and sticking together.
James will burn all. Get the plaudits for a man of the match display, a really good performance, but it was a really good team performance. Like you say, the elder statesman leading the side as well, some really good youngsters that we've got. Are you impressed with the balance of the side that you've got at the moment regarding that?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Obviously balance of a team is something that group dynamics are a massive thing in sport, in anything. So yeah, the last couple of weeks has been a good balance. At the same time, it doesn't, just because it works 1 week or 2 weeks doesn't mean it's going to work the following week. So we have to try and stay on top of it and make sure we've got the right mix.
Barrow home next week, another game against a side around us. I'm sounding like a broken record again, like I've been doing, but how important is it to keep up this momentum and keep winning games against those sides around us?
Yeah, massive. We've got an opportunity now. That's what we need to look at it as an opportunity. Barrow coming down here, they're a good team. They've obviously drawn with Bradford today, so they're more than capable. They've got some really good players. They've got some tough players in their group. And they'll be coming down here trying to do a number on us, and we need to prepare as best we can and perform to as optimal level as we can, and if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance to win.